All right. Welcome to your first diary room, Dissolve. So tell us a little about yourself and how did you hear about BBD?
So, um, I'm Dissolve, as everyone knows. I've been playing orgs for a long, long time. I don't really know who'd count them as an org, but I used to play Minecraft game shows, and I played my first one right before I turned about 10, I believe. So I've been doing it for almost seven years now, I believe. And um, I'm really into sports. I like reading. I like writing. I'm a very basic person, and I heard about the game because I got in like a one of those moods where I wanted to apply to a bunch of orgs. I just wanted to have some fun, you know? And this seemed like a really well put together org, and I like well put together orgs, so I joined. And I've been having a good time so far.
Thank you. Well, I'm glad to hear you think we do a good job here. Um, so you haven't answered your diary room questions yet, so let's go through those here. Um, so how are you feeling about the rest of your house guests? Who are you enjoying? Who are you getting a bad vibe from?
So I have met Logan before, and I try not to let past experiences with house guests like influence how I feel about them. But so far, I feel Logan, I think Kira, and maybe Justin are the three people in the house that I've had the best conversations with. I haven't had a one-on-one talk with Sky yet, but if I'm being completely honest, Sky seems a bit like a bitch. That's just it's my standpoint at the moment. I got to talk to Kat, Nicole, Tyson, and Avery and VC earlier, and that was a pretty nice talk. Um, yeah, I don't know. Guys like Will, I have not spoken to Will yet. I like Will, that Luca person. I don't know those people. I haven't gotten to talk to them yet. And I feel like I probably should like talk to them. It's definitely something that would be my best interest in case they are the invisible head of household. But yeah.
All right. So at the time you were asked, would you like to win the HOH? And if you did, would you have shared it with anyone? The HOH has happened, but was it something that you had wanted to win?
I'm really under the impression that it is never a bad time to win a competition unless you're really indecisive and it's the first HOH. I think the first HOH is most definitely the most difficult competition to win in like in any time in Big Brother. It's probably that and the final four HO or final five HOH. But I am a big fan of like always being in power, and I would have loved to win this HOH. I obviously did not, as I have no clue who it is. But I probably wouldn't have told anyone. I'm not really close enough to anyone in the house to tell them about what I'm really thinking.
All right. How are you feeling about your position in the game currently?
I think there's definitely people that are way more inactive than I am, and obviously I'm not the most active. I haven't been having a good time since the game started, like in my personal life, and I do hope to get more active soon, and I do think I will. I've just been going through some stuff, and I hope to start feeling better soon because I want to get as active as I can in the game because I do wanna win.
Right. Sounds good. So let's get into this espionage twist. So you started out, you were given the double agent card, and you decided to switch Luca and Avery. So why'd you pick these two people?
So at the time, I really chose him because I was just looking at random names in the cast list, and seeing who I haven't spoken to yet, and I hadn't spoken to Luca. And at the time, Luca was allegedly not Luca, but Avery was allegedly locked up in the confessional or whatever. So I just chose two people that I haven't spoken to. And I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm not completely understanding the twist. It really just seems like we're just throwing around a bunch of cards. besides the burned one.
Interesting. Well, um, well, okay. So have you tried to talk with other players kind of about the twist to get more information about it, or are you just operating on what you know so far?
So Kira and I did have a bit of a conversation earlier in the game. And by earlier in the game, I mean literally earlier today. We had a bit of a conversation about what the cards like do and whatever. And I was like, I don't really think they do anything. Kira was like, I want to get a good one. And then if I get like the agent card that does nothing, I want to convince someone to swap with me. And it really just seemed like a conversation that went absolutely nowhere. I gained nothing from the conversation. Uh, yeah.
Very interesting. Okay. Um, so that's the espionage twist. But with the first HOH, talk to us a little bit about your rankings that you submitted. Um, why did you want? Why did you have Logan at the top, Jake at the bottom? Kind of why are some people over there?
So pretty much, I think it was really Kells down. I put my rankings in before I had really officially gotten to talk to many people, and 1 through 5, I really chose uh Cat and Sky are where they are because I've played people with orgs with the same name as them. So I just was pretty much just throwing people in random spots. And if I like people's names, I throw them up higher. I may have played an org with Tyson before, and I feel like in these kind of orgs, people that you've met before are usually more likely to put you higher. And I put Logan at number 1 because I actually know who Logan is. I'm gonna be honest, I put Chloe there on accident. I was just filling out my shit, and Chloe ended up at 3, so I was like, man, why the fuck not? There was nothing against Jake for me. There was nothing against Justin, Nicole, really anyone at the bottom. I just haven't spoken to him. If I could redo my rankings now, I could tell you Sky, Will, and Kells would all be in my bottom 3.
Okay, so you've mentioned a bit about having some conflicts with Sky. So what's going on there?
It's not really anything that's happened to me personally. It was night 1 in the house, and I may have misunderstood the conversation a little bit. But Jake was talking about something in the kitchen. I don't even remember what it was. And Sky came and was like, "Who the fuck said you could talk here, or whatever?" And that just seems really bitchy to me. And like, why the fuck do you need to do that on night 1? I get you were drunk, but I guess that's not really an excuse to be a fucking dickhead. So
Right, makes sense. So do you have any suspicions right now about who the first HOH could be?
I really think that the way, like, looking at how the have-nots were put into the announcements chat, seeing Jake first, I really think that what it was, hmm, the way that the hosts put it into the announcements chat is whoever was said first was just the first ping. Like it was at Jake. Hold on, let me go through this. It was Jake, Kells, Luke, and Will. I think what's been happening so far is I think the first head of household is Sky because Jake was put up there because it seems like Jake and Sky are not meshing well together. I think Jake was there first, and then Sky, not being as active as a lot of other people, put Kells, Luke, and Will because Sky has heard nothing from them and seen no messages. That is my current theory.
Right, very interesting. Um, so how kind of what is your strategy about going about this nomination period with the whole anonymous twist?
Um, I guess really all I can hope for at the current moment is I can hope to not be nominated, and then I hope to play in the power veto. I'd like to win myself a competition within the first 2 weeks, so people don't nominate me because they don't think that I can do anything in the house. I would like to win a competition soon. I wouldn't mind being the week 2 head of household, so I can do the things I want to do around the house without getting the blood on my hands. But my really strategy right now is I just want to form up some connections while I don't have to deal with it having any power. Um, I want to get in competitions and I want to win competitions. That's about it. Like my for this period of the game, it's really get wins, get friends. That's about as complex as my strategy is so far.
All right. Well, thank you, Dissolve. This was very insightful. Do you have uh, anything else on your mind you want to get off?
Um, I don't know who's gonna be hearing this. Who is gonna be hearing this?
Just our viewers.
The viewers. All right. Well, I hope every viewer has a great day or night or 24 hours. Enjoy your next 24 hours. They might be your last. Maybe they won't be. You never know. Just enjoy them.
All right. Thank you, Dissolve.